That's all there is.
This is the spot. Keep a lookout, okay? I'm going to grab the loot.
What? It's not there.
Now, it was around here somewhere. It's definitely here. I'm 1000% sure. It's not here. You gotta be kidding me. Me and Dirk were the only ones who knew where it was. Wait a minute. That rat! He must have done the dirty on me and taken it for himself.
Well, you were about to take it
Damn
for
it.
yourself.
I should have known. A thieving little... Wait till I get my hands on it. I'm gonna find him. And you're gonna help me.
I can't imagine the game looking better with this
Okay.
graphical aesthetic, to be honest.
The inn we used to crash at is just over there. Come on. It's the only one with an upstairs. You can't miss it.
Well, here's the thing, Yoshi. It wasn't really meant as a port. It was originally supposed to come out on Switch, so they've been working on the Switch version alongside all the other versions this whole time. So, I mean, it's not... I wouldn't really call it a port, per se. I just call it the Switch version that finally came out, you know? Oranges are an excellent source of juice. Oh, yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. Bananas are the future, guys. I'm a fan of console games, Bobo, you know? So like for a game like this, I wouldn't want it on Steam or PC. I would want it on console. Boxer shorts, nice. Nice. Old underclothes that smell faintly of sweat and regret. Yeah, I'm buying these. Nice. Oh man, there's no like costume for it. Too bad. He's scared of 8s. He's scared of 8s, guys. I'd be scared of 7. Cause 7, 8, 9. But yeah, it's meant to be like mimicking look like a Cockney accent. He knows I'm scared of heights. You know, like heights, but heights. He knows I'm scared of heights. Sure. $100 gold, sure. Oh boy. Thanks. Bamboozled. Yeah, well, why don't you ask 9 about that, hmm? Oh, you can't because 7, 8, 9, like I said.
Huh. This old place hasn't changed a bit. Back in our thieving days, Dirk and me used to lay low here whenever things got heavy.
So far, so good, Mort. Really enjoying it, man.
Ruby? Ruby, you there? It's me, Eric. There's something I need to ask you. Ruby
It's not
runs
like
the place.
it's not like it's a big
Looks
place.
like she's not around, but if anyone knows where Dirk is, it's her.
It's not like it's a big place. Just look over the
Which means
counter.
we'll have to go find her.
Also, leaving her place unattended
here's the plan.
in a thieves' den.
There's a tower they use to look out for fires. You're going to climb up there and keep an eye out for Ruby. I'll check a couple of other spots. Don't worry, you can't miss her. She's the only redhead in town.
Oh, I guess there's more to it than just a counter. Okay, fair enough. It's a pretty big place. I'm gonna smash it up. Ah, smash! Smash! Ah! Wow, man, she's got like a freaking castle in the slums here. Like, how big this place is a literal castle. Also, it's really kind of got its open floor plan, which I don't think really works in a thieves' den, you know? I appreciate the openness and view and everything, but I feel like that just kind of leaves yourself open for theft, you know? Yeah, I've played Octopath. I thought it was everything but the story was great. The story was absolute garbage, though. Loved every other part of it, though. Not just the story, but the writing itself. Just the writing was very contrived and generic. She looks like a noble in the slums. A spell that could summon a loaf of bread. Oh, that's what I'm about. Alright, we got a red door. Red door. Alright, so... in slums, just past Ruby's house shop. Cool. Oh my god. VG, I just saw that pop up in Discord as you posted it. That is amazing. You guys need to go to the Discord and check the Hangout. I think that's the best of all the memes for that I've seen yet. That's fantastic. Thieves will nick me veggies. Not me veggies! More grass, more foliage, better lighting and shadows. Those are minor things. You know what's funny is they're minor things which take huge amounts of resources. And as long as like the integrity of the visuals are maintained with the main things, it doesn't really even matter. Like, typically speaking, when it comes to like more foliage or more like water effects or something like that, or shadow, like higher res shadows, you don't even notice them half the time. You look at them and go, wow, that's interesting. And then you move on, you know? And those are the things that take the most resources by far. So it's kind of interesting how we put so much weight into that, but really they're unnecessary. A lot of the time, too much like visuals can feel like an oversaturation, and your eyes just get overwhelmed with too much. Yeah, peep the title, my dude. That's exactly where you want to be. Well, I hope you have something to feed yourself with. Well, visuals can enhance the storytelling experience for sure. But I mean, like a lot of the particle effects, like I would say particles are probably the biggest enhancers the visual with a storytelling experience, with like a big old fireball with a bunch of cinders flying off of it and stuff. That's definitely way cooler, but like perfect super high res shadowy effects are really a hog on resources.
Get out of here! Go on!
Word I never. Wow. What? Are you serious?
Ah! Good dog. Good doggy. Stay. Ah! Ah! Ah!
That's a redhead. Redhead spotted! Can't jump down, damn it! Sweet, I found the ladder climby thingy.
Can't find Ruby anywhere. How about you? Any luck? You saw her heading back to the inn? Great! Let's head over there and find out what she knows.
Listen, we had this discussion earlier. It's not about graphical fidelity, it's about aesthetic and detail. It's always been about aesthetic and detail. Like having all this little detail in the shop and all these little knickknacks and things that looks natural feeling, you know? Little random stones and foliage, and look at the texturing, you know, it's not some generic pathway that's just copy pasted all the way down the line. It almost feels like every stone is unique in a way, but you can find a pattern if you look hard enough. Like let's see this the one I'm standing on. Let's find this shaped stone somewhere else. Is that it? Is that the same shape? Hard to say. It looks similar, but not the same. Nope, not the same. So where is this stone? Right here. Ah, here it is. Nope. I don't know if that's it either. It's similar as well. The point being is that it's really hard to tell if there's a pattern in this texture. And even if there is, there's like a dusting effect that they applied to it to make it feel like there's random bits of dirt and dust all over the place to give it a real feel. It's not just here's a stone tile, repeat it for every pathway. That's important. That's the important part of visuals. Detail. Not seeing a pattern that's repetitive. Like the blocks. This with the black outline. Can you see it anywhere else? There are others with similar black outlines, but they're different shapes and sizes. So where is that one repeated again? Up there, maybe? Maybe. I don't know. They look slightly different, like they're not protruded as much. The point is I'm hard-pressed to find two blocks that look the same. I can't do it. Not without significant, like, studying of this. And that is what detail is. That's good detail. Everything looks new. Everything looks, or not new, but unique and authentic. Chobin, thank you for the mega tier 2 40 freaking months in a row, dude. Thank you for the resub, man. Hope everything's smoothing out for you after the rough several weeks you've had. Honestly, Septurus, I do that in almost every single brand new game that I play. When something visually is impressive, I like to gush. It's a lot easier to find the repeating pattern in older games, yeah. Although I would say games like FF6 have really unique pattern repetition that's really a lot harder to detect and makes it feel a little bit more authentic. FF6 has amazing sprite work. I want to take a quick, tiny break. Just gotta use the restroom. I'll be right back. What's a better looking SNES game than FF6? Chrono Trigger? Debatable. It's a kind of a different aesthetic. I think it's debatable. We need to get to the inn. Dun.
Well,
You think SD3 is better
my
looking?
favorite landlady.
I would disagree. I'll explain why.
Welcome to our humble. Strike a light! If it ain't me favourite little tea leaf!
Oh my god.
Last I heard, they'd locked you up and thrown away the key. Hang about.
Tales of
You've gone
Fantasia has its
escape,
square
ain't
though.
ya? You and your friend here are the fugitives everyone's talking about.
What's up, Asher?
Well, I know not to stick me big nose in where
I've
it
played
ain't
SD3. I have the
wanted.
collection.
You always did like to sail close to the wind.
Don't worry, I won't be here long. I just need to know where Dirk is. Have you seen him?
Dirk, eh? Now there's a name I ain't heard in a while. Didn't he open some fancy shop up by the castle? Yeah, that was it. Raking in the cash he is, or so they say.
That can't be right. The rent up there is crazy. Where would he find the money?
No, bad kitty,
Wait a
no.
second. He sold it, didn't he? The rat sold the damned orb.
Look, in this part of town, you don't go asking too many questions. You know that. If you want more, you'll have to get it from the horse's mouth.
You're right. Thanks, Ruby. I appreciate it. We'll get
Well,
out of
Zelda's
here.
not an RPG. Zelda 2 is an RPG.
That no-good traitor.
It's not an
They
action
sold
RPG.
me
It's
out and
not even an
sold the
RPG.
orb. And also
at
we
all.
could move up in the world. Well, I'll
Common
get what I
misconception.
want. You'll see. But we'll need to get past that sentry if we're gonna head uptown and find him. Wait, isn't he?
It's not different. It's just an action adventure game. It's straight up just an action
I remember
adventure.
hearing that one of the guards is terrified of dogs.
What if Zelda was
I
a
think
girl?
it was him. Maybe we can borrow one of somebody.
Yes, but there's actually an XP skill up system in Zelda 2, which qualifies as an RPG. So the reason I don't think SD3 is a better looking game than FF6 is because while the game is very nice at first at the surface, it uses a lot of repeated textures and stuff like throughout the game, and it becomes very bland over the course of the entire game. I mean, it's still beautiful, but bland in comparison is more like it. Andy, thank you for the raid. What's going on, Andy and friends? And Cheaper swooping in right after with the 29 months. Thank you very much. This game is amazing, by the way, and the Switch version is just that much better. You want to borrow me dog, eh? You're having a giraffe, ain't ya? It's supposed to be having a laugh. You having a laugh, eh? Oh, man. Look, I ain't got time for this. Go on, sling your hook. We don't take kindly to strangers around here. Some holy water and a buzzberry or two. Grab some berries, isn't it? Big tree, funny berries. Man, this girl's got a mouth on her. Arf. Kitty, stop it. Just relax. You don't need to be on my lap where there's literally no space for you. So just hang out over there. Don't be a bad kitty. Bad kitty. Bad kitty! You're a bad kitty! Meow! You come on up here. Come on, you can stay right there. Just, I ain't got a spot on my lap for you, buddy, right now, okay? Hang out right there. Yep, you know it's Cocoa Butt. Stop it. Stop it, bad kitty. Hey, how's it going? How was your stream, Andy? Welcome in, everybody. What's going on? I'm BGG. I do
This
stuff and I play
gate
video games.
leads
Okay,
to
bye.
the nice part of town.
Oh.
My job is to protect respectable people from being bothered by rabble and riffraff. In other words, you. Ah! No!
Oh
no,
my God, Darkest
not
Dungeon.
The dog! Anything but that!
Worst guard ever that's scared of a dog.
Worked like a charm. Now to head up to where all the rich folks live and find out what the heck Dirk thinks he's up to.
Who's a good boy? Not you, kitty cat. You're a bad boy. And not in the cool sense of bad boy. You're just a bad. You're. They've always done like a British sort of aesthetic with their voice acting in DQ games. There's a great clip of DQ8 with that prince. Now to produce your punishment or whatever he says. Now time for you to accept your punishment. Oi, Gov! Ooh, Seat of Strength. Now here's an interesting one. Do I give it to Eric or me? Because like Eric will have that boomerang love going on, but at the same time, you know. Let's just give it to main character. Let's give it to Honk. Ooh, two strength. Why would I use JP voices? I don't speak Japanese. I don't want to read my game, I want to hear it. Not to mention, English voice acting is fantastic. No reason to waste not being able to see the game for like whatever reason. Oh, Derek was the one that, yeah, okay, the house that was like, yeah, F off. That's Derek's house. Honestly, the English voice acting is usually just as good, if not better, than Japanese voice acting almost every single time. But people get really elitist about Japanese voice acting because whatever reason. It's mostly that they don't speak fluent Japanese or any Japanese except for Desu and Kawaii, and they think it's better because they don't actually understand it, so they can't see that it's bad. But generally speaking, English voices tend to be on par, if not better than JP acting. FF10 had some of the best voice talent in the industry. Period. If you think Final Fantasy X has bad voice acting, I think you kind of just automatically discredit yourself from having an opinion on the subject, honestly. Definitely this house. I mean, of course there's bad games out there. Pointing out one bad game with or bad voice acted game is doesn't disprove me. It just makes it a one minor exception.
Ollie, your mind. Ooh.
I've never played
This
Darkest
place
Dungeon
you
though,
go.
ND. I'm pretty scared of playing that game.
Welcome, welcome. Feel free to browse. You'll find we only stock the very finest.
I've played Parasite
wares.
Eve 1 plenty of times back when it was new. There's very few SNES and PS1 RPGs that I haven't played.
That's good. Because I'm looking for something very special indeed. Happen to have any orbs in stock?
Eric!
I never played
Long time
2.
no see, old pal.
Boom! Oh, he dodged.
Eric! My brother, my compadre, my partner in crime. It's really you, large as life and fighting fit. I'm so happy to see you.
You have no shame, huh? Get your backstabbing hands off of me! Ugh! You always were full of it, Dirk. But this really takes the cake. Admit it. You sold me out and sold the orb so you could buy this place, didn't you?
I never. I promise you, I never sold you out.
Yeah, the EU
I was
version of
worried
FF10 is
sick
definitely
about
really
you. I
weird.
only opened this place to try and help you.
Oh, yeah. And how does that work, exactly? How does you opening this place and lining your pockets while I rot in jail help me?
Look, I was never much of a thief, you know that. But it turns out I know how to sell stuff. I got a gift, even if I do say so myself.
So,
When you got
all right, let me explain Final Fantasy X and why it's not only one of the best voice acted games of all time, but incredibly brilliant from the voice talent's perspective, at least for the English version. You guys ready for this? Because I'm going to blow your mind. In Final Fantasy X, first off, counterpoint, actually, of incredibly well acted scene. If you don't understand the intent and meaning behind that scene, you should go back and rewatch it again, because it's actually really good. Because they laugh for real afterwards. They're intentionally doing that to lighten the spirits, if you actually are paying attention. So, back in the day, in the PS2 era of game development, games were made in Japan, and then they were localized later for a release in another region, okay? Nowadays, most games are made parallel with whatever region they're going to be released for all at once. So when you get a game release, generally speaking, for any kind of major game release anyway, they're released worldwide. That's parallel, worldwide. All regions get the game the same day. Not Japan, and then 6 months later, the US gets it, because they have to spend time localizing it, okay? So, yeah, there are lots of people that don't realize the ha scene was intentionally bad in an attempt to lighten spirits. They don't get it. They didn't actually understand that cutscene at all. And I know a lot of people make the joke, but they still get it. But a lot of people still think that it was like bad laughing. They don't understand. It's kind of funny because they actually laugh for real after the cutscene because they're being so silly and lighting the spirits after Titus just found out that Sin was his dad. Anyway,